The biggest thing that I'm scared about is feeling isolated. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a chatty laundry chat with you guys because guys, I have about 6 to 7 loads of laundry behind me. I have a cloth nappy basket on the floor. It's just going to be a very long laundry video, and I thought, you know what, I may as well update you with my life at the moment, because if you haven't noticed, I haven't been updating as regular content as usual, so I will get into that when we start folding the laundry. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Tiana. I do lifestyle, motherhood and cleaning videos, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let's get into folding the laundry and getting chatty. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that I am going to sort through all of Theodore's stuff and put it into a separate basket because we have a no fold system, and frankly, nobody wants to fold their children's clothes. So if you've got a system like that, highly recommend it. And yeah, just do it. Okay, so where to begin? There has been so much stuff happening lately, and to be honest, I probably should have wrote a list, but I just feel like I've been very frantic lately and just not myself and very unmotivated, and I guess probably the best word to describe how I'm feeling right now is very burnt out. So I'm sure like many of you mums who like juggle work or have multiple children or study will definitely feel this like feeling at one point of time in their motherhood life. And you could definitely relate, because I feel like every mum goes through this, and it's really hard because you not only have to keep going, like marching through for yourself, but you have to be a good role model for your children. And I think it's still like totally fine to show them your vulnerable side and that it's okay to feel like this, but it's really hard because like then the mum guilt kicks in. So I've just had like a real lot on my plate lately. It's just been like a super busy time at uni, and I've had a lot of like really time consuming assignments that have come up, and I've just had to really just focus on them and just put all my effort and time into them, because at the end of the day, like that's my college education that I'm paying for, and I do have deadlines, whereas YouTube can be a little bit more flexible. It's not like, well, it's not like I have to upload on X amount of days, but I mean I try to, but obviously sometimes you have to prioritize things in life, and I feel like I really struggle with the juggle of YouTube, working, university and motherhood, and I am like, yeah, just trying to find a good like strategy to be able to tackle all those things time effectively. So yeah, like it's been a bit of a struggle, and normally I'm on top of it, but I don't know, I just feel like at the start of a lot of like my uni semesters, I have like a pretty good drive and a pretty good like plan in place, and I feel like the only way I can get through the uni semester whilst being a full-time mom and working is to like have like a direct plan. But I don't know, I feel like halfway through the semester I always seem to like go off the rails and the plan gets skewed, and that I just like lose myself, guys. That's kind of where my head's at the moment, and I just need to like slowly prioritize and get back on my feet and get back into routine, because I just feel like I've been so flat lately and tired and just unmotivated to really do anything. And guys, you should see my house at the moment. Like it's a reflection of my mind. It's just scrambles. It's so bad. I just feel like I haven't had any time to do anything like leisurely. I haven't been able to relax or just I'm always like sitting up at like 12 o'clock at night just thinking of the next things I have to do. And I don't know if you feel this way as well, but I feel like I can't, like I can't fit enough in the day, and I really try not to do any like work or like be on my phone around Theodore because I want to give him my undivided attention. But I've like been so stressed that I've been doing that because I need to reach deadlines, and I just feel mega guilty because he's been watching way too much TV right now, and I just like I'm always in that limbo of trying to be the perfect mom but trying to like give him the perfect future. And it's so hard. Being a young parent is actually so hard, and I feel like it's not really talked about enough. Like I don't have any regrets having Theo young because it definitely does have its perks, but if I did have a choice I would have definitely waited 10 years. I don't know, it's a really hard position to be in because I feel like when you're a young parent you haven't quite got your life together, and I feel like I always look up to people who also have children Theo's age and see that they have a house and they've got good careers and like they're very well established. But when I think about it, they're 10 years older than me, and I so badly want to be in that position where I can put Theodore through a private school without having like any financial strain, or have a house, or just not have to worry about like what our next step is. And I'm my biggest like nightmare. I always create scenarios in my head and I literally fight with myself, and I feel like I make mountains out of molehills, and I worry about the silliest things, and I don't know, I just get so caught up on a lifestyle that I so badly want, and I know that you have to work hard for, but I just feel like I'm losing myself. I'm like can't really enjoy the moment, and I want to, and I'm stuck in limbo between trying to set our future up for success and enjoying the moment, because at the end of the day I go home and I'm in bed and I just felt like I've wasted so much time. And then when I reflect back to like old videos or something like that, like Theodore has just grown so much, and then I get so emotional because I just feel like I haven't soaked in that time. I just feel like a lot of things are kind of like contradicting and like pulling me in one direction and the other, and I haven't really got a clear head to like really what I want to be in that present moment. Like I know what I want to be in the future and I know what I want in the future, but I just don't feel like I'm really enjoying the present. And yeah, it's just annoying because I just feel so stuck, and nobody likes feeling stuck or trapped or just feel like they're unsuccessful, or you know what I mean. I hope you can relate. But yeah, on the bright side of things, I go on holidays in like 2 weeks, which means I can definitely sit down and plan a lot more YouTube content, because I just have so many cool ideas for YouTube. But I just, yeah, the whole time management thing's just out the window. But because it's spring, I want to do like a spring cleaning series, and oh my gosh guys, like I need to declutter like a mother, because I don't know, I was like looking through some drawers and cupboards, and I was looking for like an old photo album because I needed it for my assignment, and I did not realize how much stuff we've collected in the last 6 months we've just lived in here. Like, I like to think myself as more of a minimal consumer. Like, I don't really buy that much, but guys, I've collected some crap in the last few months, and I feel like being springtime, it's the perfect time to declutter and just start fresh and yeah, just have a clean slate. So some really cool things are like popping up in the new year, and I wanted to talk about like our plans for next year. So we're getting married in, I think it's like 9 months away. What are we in? We're in September now. We're getting married in June next year, so it's really cool. Like, I don't know, I feel a little stressed because I feel like all our time and priority hasn't been on the wedding at all. It's been like on working and just surviving like the uni semester. But I just feel a little stressed because I was doing like, oh, this is still wet. I was doing like Wedding Wednesday once every 1 to 2 weeks, but that's kind of gone out the window. But when I get back into wedding planning, I'll definitely get back into that little series because it's a really fun series, and I really hope you are like enjoying it. But yeah, we have so much wedding stuff to try and catch up on, and we have to get like suits and bridesmaids dresses and what else, what other wedding stuff, veils, and just like pick all the fun things like the flowers and I don't know, like all the aesthetic things that you pick in a wedding. We are going through a planner, which if you have been following the wedding series you'll know, but I just feel like because it is an overseas wedding, we still have to like figure out our flights and the honeymoon, and we've booked where we're staying, but we haven't booked where we're staying for the honeymoon. And obviously being a destination wedding, we have to plan that like further ahead. I also have to get my wedding dress altered because I ended up buying one which was really cool, which I'm kind of sad about because I loved trying on wedding dresses. I thought that was so fun, and just like, I don't know, it's just really special. And if you've ever been wedding dress shopping or you're planning on to, then it's just a really good experience, and I think you should definitely not rush it and just enjoy it while it lasts, because now that like it's over, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, it was such a big ticket item, so I don't know, like everything revolved around the wedding dress. I guess like the suit had to match the wedding dress, the bridesmaids had to match the wedding dress, and we were even looking at rings, like wedding rings, probably about 6 weeks ago now, and we were contemplating whether to get a new wedding set for me. Obviously Isaac hasn't got his wedding band, but I was contemplating on getting a new wedding set, or just not getting a wedding band, because if you've seen my ring, like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but it's just a bit of a unique design that's gonna require a custom made wedding band. And we've spoken to like a few jewelers about getting one made, and because I got like the actual band thicker because it's snapped twice, which is so ridiculous, the wedding band that we'd have to get, I feel like would make the engagement ring look too thick because I have quite small fingers. So yeah, I was thinking about getting a half one made around, like to like sit in, if that makes sense, or one that goes completely around this like diamond shape. So I don't know, I'm so torn in that. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should just not worry about a wedding band because I love how the ring looks like by itself, and being like 2019, nobody follows traditions anyway. So I was like, oh yeah, like I'd rather do that. But then when I spoke to Isaac about it, he's like, no, like I want you to get a wedding band and I want to put like a wedding band on in the ceremony. And then I was like, oh, okay. Well, then we thought about doing like a temporary band. So just like getting a normal round band and slipping it under for the ceremony. And then I could have it as like a dress band later down the track. And then we were settling for that idea for like a while. But then I don't know, I've kind of come to terms with like getting the band that goes around, because it's really hard to visualize, and because it's going to cost like over $1,000, I don't want to like go and commit to it and then not like it down the track. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know. So if you do have like a funny, unique shaped wedding engagement ring, let me know in the comments down below how you've done your wedding band, or like how you plan on doing your wedding band, because I am so torn. And I have to mention that I'm literally the most indecisive person, and the reason why we haven't thought about getting a new set entirely is because I was looking into like moissanite gems, and the ring that I wanted is like on the pricier side, and I just don't know if I can justify spending that much money on like myself. Like I have a real problem with buying things for myself, and when I think about it, like we could use that money to go traveling or eventually buy a house or just stuff like that. So torn. And yeah, so the other big thing that I wanted to mention was we are definitely moving states next year after the wedding. So this has kind of been on the cards for a very long time. So me and Isaac, we always wanted to either move overseas or move states. And the reason why we haven't decided on moving overseas, only temporarily, it would have only been like 1 to 2 years, but just to have like that experience under our belts. The reason why we aren't doing that in the like next 5 years is because we have our dogs. And I don't know if you've ever moved overseas or you've ever had a relative or a friend do it, but it's really hard to like move your pets and animals overseas, and like you have to get all these visas and permits and like permissions. And I just feel like, considering we'd only be moving over for a year, like it just wouldn't be worth the hassle and the expense. So I think moving overseas is kind of off the cards for now, until, I don't know, till 10 years down the track, who knows. I mean, we're so open to just exploring and experimenting life, and we even are considering homeschooling Theodore, which means we'd have the flexibility to like up and go and like travel more, and who knows like where our future will be and our business. And like another reason why we decided not to move overseas straight away is because I have a lot of like business plans and goals that I really want to focus on over the next 12 to 24 months. And obviously moving overseas will set us back in that perspective. So I kind of just want to like invest money into our businesses and our careers, and then that will help us in the long run, and we'll be able to be more like financially free, and just have the freedom to like be able to like go where we want, when we want, without having to worry about finances so much, if everything works out according to plans. So going back to the whole moving state things, so we were like tossing up whether to do it or not for a few years, and the only thing that was holding me back was I really struggled to like leave friends and family, which I feel like for a lot of people who move overseas, interstate would feel the same. But then my mum moved interstate, probably about a year ago. No, she moved back a year ago to New South Wales, but she was interstate 12 months prior to that. And it just wasn't the right time for us to go up. We just had too much on, and me being at uni, and we just had a baby, and it just like, it wasn't a very good time. So, but like the idea was like always there, and I don't know, like a lot of stuff was happening in that period, so up and going was just like not an option for us. But now that everything has settled down, I feel like it's time to start making decisions for us, and to really just make ourselves a priority and do things that are going to benefit our family and benefit our future. And like, it's a really hard thing to do when you do take on like other roles and responsibilities, but now that everything's settled, I think it's the perfect time. Guys, somebody is mowing their lawn and ruining our Chatty update, so I do apologize for that. Yeah, I think it's the perfect time, like in 12 months time, to like make that decision. And obviously moving interstate, it's not something that you can just decide if you, well, you probably can, but I can't. I'm a planner, and you probably can relate, but I need to have like a plan set in place. And now that we know for sure that we will be moving in the next 12 months, I can set up like budgets and Pinterest boards and inspiration and mood boards to like help us get there. And yeah, it's just exciting, but it's very scary, and it's very like daunting, and I didn't want to say anything until we were 100% sure that it was in place, because we were in limbo about it for a while, and now it's definitely going to happen. I don't care what happens, it's happening. So yeah, I'm really scared, but I'm really excited, because there's just lots of work opportunities where we're going to be going, and there is like the living expenses is lower where we're moving to compared to where we live now. Things are so expensive in New South Wales, guys. Like food is ridiculous. Rent is ridiculous. Yeah, it's just gonna be so much better overall. But I think the biggest thing, like I said before, that's holding me back, well, it's committed, guys, but the biggest thing that I'm scared about is feeling isolated. But then when I think about it, I do have family up north, and I have like a lot of friends from my mum's groups, and I just feel like, yeah, it's gonna be really cool and scary, but we need to do it for our family. And some amazing advice that someone gave me was that if you don't take the plunge, you're always going to wonder what it was like and what it could have been like. But if you do take the plunge and you decide that you don't like it, you can always come back, or you can always like resurrect what you've done. And I feel like that's really stuck with me. Like, we can always move back home if we don't feel like it's the place where we're meant to be after 6 to 12 months. And plus, guys, we're going to be closer to the beach, which I absolutely love and cannot wait. And yeah, it's going to be so good. Guys, I feel like I've been doing laundry for so long now. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we have on our plates right now. And I'm probably gonna stop talking and finish off this laundry. And if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and click that subscribe button. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.